Hey, Dave Melinda, Positive Polarity. Happy November 1st. Holy cow, 60 more days left in this year. So it's kind of a check-in point for me, kind of a check-in point for you. So I want you to do something for me. I want you to be real when you answer this question to yourself. Are you going to coast or are you going to crush? Coast 60 days, do as little as possible. It's up to you. Or are you going to crush the last 60 days of this year? Completely up to you. No wrong answer. So that's the cool part. No judgment here. No judgment zone here at all. So welcome to another Facebook Live. Dave Melinda, Positive Polarity. Love doing these. Love helping people. Love seeing people's lives change for the positive. Their business lives, potentially their personal life. Love that kind of stuff. So I want to ask you again, are you going to coast or are you going to crush? Think about this as you move forward, and think about this for the remainder of your business year. So easy to just stop and enjoy the holidays and enjoy. Nothing wrong with that. I just want to give you a quick 4 or 5 steps. They're simple steps for you if you want to crush it. If you're going to coast, then you know what? Click off, go do something else, which is fine. Again, I'm totally fine with it. I want to crush this last 60 days, and I want to teach you how, okay? So the first thing is I want you to set a couple of goals. So write this down, write 2 goals that you will do in the next 60 days. Now, why do I write them down? Why not just keep them in my mind? I found an awesome statistic. First of all, 83% of people do not set any goals. 83%. They just kind of float through life day in and day out, do the same thing, let life carry them around. I look at it, I envision a boat that just goes back and forth with whatever the waves are, back and forth. So that is one way to do it. The other way is to actually have a paddle where you're actually paddling and controlling this. And if you write down goals, you will be fantastically ahead. So 83% don't have goals. If you want to be 10 times more successful with that goal, then have a goal in your head. If you want to be 30 times more successful, write it down. That's it. Write down your goal. So I don't know what your goal is. Sell X, have, X number of meetings, follow up, whatever it is that you want to do. Just remember there's 2 primary types of goals. There's a behavioral goal and a financial goal. If you are going to set a financial sales goal, remember that you have a lot less control over that than you do your behavioral goals. I could say, I'm going to sell $1 million between now and the end of the year. And now I have to start calling and asking people. And if budgets aren't set, if they're not ready, if life is getting in the way for them and they're not prepared to make decisions, they have decided for me about my goals. So I'm encouraging you to create your behavioral goals. Look at some goals that are behaviors. Follow up X number of days a week, X number of hours, X number of times. How much prospecting can you do? How much networking can you do? How much closing can you do? Whatever it is in your sales process. Maybe you want to build your team, so you want to encourage your team. Once a week, you're going to go ahead and say some encouraging words to every member of your team. Whatever it is, behavioral goals will trump financial goals pretty much every time because we control those behavioral goals way more than we do the financial goals. So first thing you want to do is write those down. Second thing you want to do is tell somebody about them. It's one thing to talk about it to yourself to write it down, to keep it private. It's completely different when you tell somebody, because those people now can hold you accountable. You can ask them, please hold me accountable. That is crucial in your goal setting. Have somebody involved. And hopefully the people that are involved from a positive standpoint. They're going to encourage you along the way. They're going to help you when you're rowing. And when they see you floating around, hopefully they're going to say, hey, what's going on? Is your oar broke? Your arm broke? What's going on? Right? That encouragement that we need, that gentle encouragement. So make sure and tell somebody. And the third thing is make sure on this one that it's a SMART goal. Make sure they're specific and measurable, achievable. Make sure they're relevant to your business, and make sure that they're timely. You want to create goals that are specific. Use action words. Make sure that you're measuring, that they're measurable. We can measure. To say you want to cold call more is not measurable. To say you want to do 10 cold calls a day, that's measurable. Make sure it's achievable. My $1 million goal between now and the end of the year, not achievable. I don't even have $1 million of proposals out there that if every single one came in right now, it wouldn't even add up to that. So make sure they're achievable, make sure they're possible, and then relevant. Okay, make sure that they improve your business in some way. And then the last one is timely. Again, make sure, like I said, by December 1st, I want to do this. By November 15th, I want to do that, whatever that is. So please make sure and create 2 goals. The second piece then is put it in your schedule. Realize that if you put them in your schedule, they are a lot more likely to occur. So if you're listening to this, go ahead and at the end, jump on your schedule and put something in there for follow-up or whatever behavior it is. Schedule it consistently between now and the end of the year, and then stick to it and watch what happens. Also, though, be forgiving of yourself, because if you schedule something this afternoon and you're unable to, something comes up, don't scrap the whole thing. Just jump off, jump back on right where you left off. Please don't scrap the whole thing just because of one thing. Forgive yourself for it. And then make sure you check in on a regular basis with yourself. I look at Friday afternoon and I look back at the week. How did I do? What could I have done better? Whether it's specific client related, whether it's my behaviors, whatever it is, my communication, maybe I slacked off on something, whatever it is, I just want you to check in weekly to see where things fall for you. And then once you do that, realign as needed. That's a really important thing I think that a lot of people miss. Realign. If something in that SMART goal isn't working, rather than, again, scrapping it, just realign that. If 4 hours a day isn't a realistic number for you to follow up or to, set whatever you need to do in your sales process, please just realign. Small little course corrections. I know for me, when I don't, realign and I just keep pushing and pushing and pushing in that way, I really have a hard time with it. So please realign as needed. And the last piece of this as we come in for a landing today is make sure that you use this as a springboard into 2020. 2020 is going to be an awesome year. And so rather than separate 19 and 20, use this as a springboard into 2020. So hopefully all of this information here will help you to think about it if you want to coast versus if you want to crush 2019. So I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear what you're going to do. Send me your goals. If you don't have an accountability partner from a business perspective, send them to me. I will be more than happy to help you. I'll be more than happy to hold you accountable and keep you aligned straight, because I know how easy it is to get off topic. I know my disc assessment shows my personality is I just am bored easy. So I have all these things, like right now at the bottom of my computer, I have all these things open. So I know how easy it is to get off target, offline. So please, whatever you do, just go ahead and use this 2020 as a spring, or 2019 as a springboard for 2020. Be happy to help. Dave Melenda, Positive Polarity. Hope that you're going to finish 2019 and crush it. I'd be happy to help any way I can. Have a great week, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.